Okay, so there are some books I have which I planning to read this year. Hopefully, if I don't die. So let's start with. I'm not gonna go in any order. Maybe I should go in an order, right? Okay. So the first book in my list that I want to read is this one. It's called The Unconsciousness, written by Sigmund Freud, a very well known psychologist and a philosopher as well. Uh, I know him just by the his psychology achievement. He is the guy who did lots of things for modern day psychiatric. Some of his teaching are outdated. I don't really know why it's outdated, but they say it's outdated. Let me find out for myself. But I just have one book. There's two more book which I want to order. Unfortunately, did not came. So this one I'm going to read next, and after that I'm going to read Keep Apdistria Flying. Keep Apdistria Flying, written by George Orwell. So George Orwell is one of my favorite writer. I mix the author and writer together. That's why it's writer. So George Orwell is arguably my favorite writer. So that's why him there. After George Orwell, I'm gonna go down to another psychology book. It's apparently New York Times bestseller, and it's a book written by Basil van der Kolk, MD. I don't know who he is. When I read the book, I will check who he is. Many people recommend me this book. It says it's a great book. The book name is The Body Keep the Score, which is about trauma and stuff. I'm kind of interested in learning about trauma, PTSD, this sort of stuff. I don't ask me why. And the next book I would preferably you read is this one, Rebel, written by Albert Camus. He is a French author, and he won a Nobel Prize, if that's matter. And he is a philosopher, and I read one of his book called Stranger last year, which was great, and I liked it. And so I'm looking forward to read Plague as well. And the next, so I don't really know how should I go about these books. Next, I think I should read again. If I read Camus and I read again him, it wouldn't be nice. I would probably going to read this one, Blind Watchmaker, written by very well known evolution biologist Richard Dawkins. He is a very famous evolution biologist. He's not, unfortunately, he's more famous for being an atheist than a biologist. But nonetheless, I read two of his books, which I really like, and Blind Watchmaker. I'm keeping this one for a later time because I find this evolutionary stuff to be a little bit dense. After Richard Dawkins, I'm going to go back to George Orwell, my favorite writer again, coming up for air. Coming up for air. Let me tell you, this British fella is one of the great men, and so hopefully this book also good, coming up for air, written by George Orwell. No introduction needed, my friend. And after that, I'm gonna go to classics. Classic is like, I'm torn between these two, to be honest. I think I should read William Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet. I know the story of Romeo and Juliet, but I want to read it in how he wrote in this is written in Victorian era, right? I assume. So I just want to read it, but I already know the story of Romeo and Juliet, or tragedy of Romeo and Juliet, but it's piqued my interest. And after obviously reading a classic, which is hard, I think I would go for this one. Winnie the Pooh. Yes, this is you know what is Winnie the Pooh, right? No explanation needed. A Mine, written by A. Mine. It's a very famous book, and a very famous character, Winnie the Pooh. He is, if you don't know, he is actually a government leader in China, and no, he's like a cartoon character. Yeah, of course, you know Winnie the Pooh, obviously. Then after Winnie the Pooh, I'm gonna go to Iliad, war and heroic Iliad. I will read about Achilles, written by Homer, translated by, I don't know who translated this one, but I don't think this will be that much hard because it's written in modern English, so should be easy. And finally, I will go to Beyond Good and Evil, written by Friedrich Nietzsche. So I already read this year Birth of Tragedy, which is fine, not good as Thus Spoke Zarathustra or Gay Science to me, but Birth of Tragedy is one of his first book, so it's all right for what it is. And the next book is I feel bored doing this video. Now I'm thinking, how can anyone watch this video? If I even recording this video, I feel boring, and now maybe I'm just sleepy because I took a shower now. So the next book is The Rebel, again written by Albert Camus. So I don't really know what's in the book. I know it's Albert Camus' whole philosophy is about absurdism, which I find it to be nice philosophy. And these two books, these are huge books. So I'm keeping these two books for last. Probably, I don't know between which one I will read. I think I will read Brothers of Karamazov first, because I feel like I might read Brothers of Karamazov first. Many people say this is a great book. This is Dostoevsky's best work. Let me be the judge of that. So, yeah, I will read this, and after this I will read War and Peace. It's a huge book, but I like. So I already read some of Dostoevsky's other work, like Crime and Punishment, Note from Underground, and The Double. Right now I'm reading The Idiot, which is nice. So I think I will like this book too. But for Leo Tolstoy, I have only read Death of Ivan Ilyich. I really like Death of Ivan Ilyich, and so I hopefully I will like this book too. So that's it. That's my plan for this year. I guess my New Year resolution after 2 months past New Year. So yeah. Anyway, I'm really sleepy, so I think I'm gonna sleep. Yes, and subscribe. Okay, I think somebody said say subscribe at the end of the video, so you will get subscribers.